Hello everyone, Creative Crafts here, and I'm Kathy. This video is going to be about how to recycle old fruit. I don't like throwing things away. I'm a recycle guru, like I always keep saying. I'm gonna make my own potpourri with old apples, not too old. Old that you can, well, you can still eat them, but I just I'd rather have fresh ones. So I'm gonna use these apples and some tangerines and mix them together and then bake them in the oven like this. I use my little cutter. I mean, if you have something else that's easier to use than this, then I would use that other thing. It doesn't matter how you cut it, just cut it thin. Then I bought, of course, these little things here. Little nutmegs here. It's fresh nutmeg, not fresh. Dried nutmeg, not powder. And then I have these little stars. That is, what do you call this? I've been here in Germany so long, I forgot how to, what you say, what this in English is. Anise, I think. Where you make cookies with. You can mix that with it when it's dry. And same thing goes with cinnamon sticks. You need that too. So, and I got powder cinnamon and powder nutmeg. So I'm going to mix that with this stuff when I'm done cutting it. Make your own apple chips this way too. Cut it really thin, maybe a little thinner than this. If you have a machine that can do it that more thinner. This is an old machine that I have, so it doesn't really have all the pieces to it. So this is basically all that you do. You can mix it if you want. If it breaks, that's still okay. I would take a little bit of the cinnamon. Well, not a little. Put enough so that you can, so that it, when you dry it, you still have the smell. Then I use also nutmeg, a good amount. This is going to smell so nice when it's baking. But it's also going to smell really nice once it's cooled. And the other stuff that I showed you, you mix it later. So I'm gonna get 2 gloves. So I just did my nails this morning and I don't want to have to do all the cleaning of them. So and then you just mix all that up really good. Mix it. Try to make sure all the apples and the oranges that's in there get some of this on it. Take them, spread them apart. Very important that you get it all mixed up well. Oranges too. Double check everything. Doesn't matter if the paper underneath is got a little ripped. It's an old pan, so, and I use it, like I said, things that I use for my projects, I don't use again for food, for when you eat them. So, and it smells so nice. So, right now I'm going to put this in the oven. Hello, now we're all done here. All the apples dried very well. They're still kind of a little bit still soft, but it's okay. Can dry up in the air on its own. I added anise, cinnamon sticks, and whole nutmeg. Here's the sticks, and then I add the anise and the fresh nutmeg. Mix it all up in the bowl very well. Put it in a decorative bowl. If you have any animals, please make sure that none of the animals can get to it, because cinnamon can be very toxic when it's in a big amount for cats or dogs. If you have a cat, they jump anywhere and everywhere, so I recommend not to have this around. If you give it out as a present, make sure the people that you give it to don't have animals, or let them know that cinnamon inside here can be toxic for animals. Yeah, and enjoy it. It smells very nice when it's sitting around. If you have some people over and you're sitting in the living room, you have the freshly made potpourri on the table, you can automatically smell that right in the same area where you're sitting. It's awesome. It's great stuff to do. And you're not throwing away old fruit. And it can last for a long time, as long as if you put it in an airtight container, there could be a high chance, if it's still kind of wet, it can mold. So make sure that it's totally dried before you put it in a bag. See, a couple of these are still kind of moist. I could still put it back in the oven on very low. See here, you can see this one's still moist. That's okay. I can just take this and put it back in the oven. But this is what you should have. Something like this. See, that's how it should look, like chips. And that's how it should be when you're done with it. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. You can use any kind of fruit, except for bananas. It's a little difficult to dry bananas up. There are ways, but it takes much longer. You could use strawberries, pears, pineapple, and you can mix other ingredients. You don't have to always use the cinnamon sticks and nutmeg and anise. You can use so many other different stuff, like dried coconut with it, or coconut oil. Mix coconut oil with the fruit, with pineapple, and put it in the oven. And you have that pina colada smell. There's so many different things. I'll make a list below, all the things that you could do. I hope you enjoyed my video, and please comment or question below, and please subscribe.